So tonight I watched the remake of The Eye, which I had never seen the original either before. And I will get to that eventually because I'm curious to see if it's better than this because I feel like people would probably say it is. But I just watched this on a whim because on Killer Flicks on Facebook, this horror group that I'm on, their theme of the week is remakes. So I wanted to watch at least one remake, even though I'm doing the Puppet Master movies right now on the channel. But I had that lying around and I wanted to see it, so I was like, okay, I'll watch The Eye tonight. And honestly, I thought that this would be really not very good. I didn't have high hopes for it, honestly, and that's why I haven't seen it until now. I Jessica Alba is not a bad actress per se, but she's never wowed me. And whenever I saw, like in 2008 where this came out, it was like, oh, it's Jessica Alba, and the trailer looked really stupid. It reminded me of White Noise, which White Noise I can't stand that movie with Michael Keaton. Love Michael Keaton, but I can't stand that movie. But it reminded me of that, like just with the how it looked with like the demons and stuff that are like, or ghost spirits that are like haunting her, like her Jessica Alba's character in this movie. So I never watched the movie, and I feel like now was the time to do it. Just thought I should watch it. So overall, like I said, I thought it was pretty, honestly, better than what I thought. It still had some bad things about it, but it had some good things about it. Like it wasn't a bad movie. I don't think it was terrible in the slightest. I think that whenever I get to the ending, I'll tell you what I think about the ending because the ending is such a difference in the rest of the movie. You can obviously tell it's a real difference. But I thought it was funny that the first shot, after Chez has that opening shot, the first shot of Jessica Alba is her sexually walking down the street. Like she's just looking sexy walking down the street. That didn't give me high hopes. I was like, come on, don't do that. Like, seriously? But honestly, from there it was fine after that. But that first shot of her walking down the street, slow motion, I was just like, what? Like I just felt like that was just really demeaning in a way. But just like her in sexy slow mo. But I don't know. But honestly, though, her character in this, I didn't mind her setup in this. I thought that she was actually really, like, I don't want to say great, but I thought that she was interesting. Like, I thought that this character, this blind woman who has been blind since she was really young, so she doesn't remember anything about how the world looks. Like, she's basically forgotten everything. All her memories of seeing things are forgotten. So I think that's a really cool idea, and I liked how it showed her in her daily life, and it showed her around people, what she did. I thought that it did a good job of that, and I really thought that this character, like, introducing her was really cool. And, I don't know, I liked her, and I liked her beginning scenes. And I thought it was funny at the beginning of the movie, too. Chloe Grace Moretz is in this, which gives an excuse to say that she's in another remake. Like, she is in so many remakes. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't know how she just keeps getting these gigs. Like, Carrie, Amityville Horror, like, all of these remakes. And Let Me In. Like, she has been in so many horror remakes that it's ridiculous. But honestly, though, I enjoy seeing her in movies, and I liked her in this. She's got a small role, but I thought she was really good in this, and she looked like she was, like, 8 or 9, and she was really good in this. It had to be that, because in Amityville she was really young, and that was in 2005. This is in 2008, so I'm guessing she's under 10 years old, but she is. It shows how good of an actress she is when she was that young, and she was already really good. Like, she was in these scenes that she's in, she's really good, and I really liked her, like, a lot. But she's not like the main character or anything. She's not in the movie a lot, but I liked her in it. But back to Angelina Jolie. Or not, oh my god, why did I say that? Jessica Alba. Not Angelina Jolie. There was a lot of times in this movie where I was like, it just looked like Angelina Jolie. Like, they're very similar. Like, they're both pretty and they both look very similar to each other. So it's funny to see how they, like, just watching this a couple times I was like, oh, it just looks like Jessica Alba. Like, it was or like Angelina Jolie. I mean, God, I don't know why I'm messing up. But but anyway, I thought she was pretty good in this. Honestly, um, I honestly thought that she did carry this movie, and her acting is not like amazing in this movie, but she is good. Like I did feel for this character. I understood how with her performance I understood how this character acted and why she was like her effect being affected by these visions and seeing things with her new eyes. I thought it was good with how it was kind of written and how she acted in. I thought she was really good. And it's one of her better roles. And like I said, she's not a bad actress at all. It's just I don't know. I don't think that she has ever had anything that wowed me before. But she's good in this. I liked her a lot. And like the story, the basic story is that she starts seeing things with her new eyes because she gets a eye replacement with older eyes that were somebody else's, and you realize towards the end of the movie that it's just this little girl, Mexican girl, who had like visions of people dying, which brings us to the ending. Now, I didn't hate this ending, but it was so blatant in what it was trying to rip off. It was ridiculous. I was just like it is literally a rip off of Final Destination, but it feels so ham-fisted in, like so obvious. Because at the end, she's been having this vision of this little girl, like, batting against the window, and, like, there's fire everywhere, like, she's gonna die in a fire. You realize that she goes into this window whenever she and that guy are coming back, and then you realize that, it's like she realizes that's who that is, that's who the girl is, that's who I'm supposed to save. So she tells everybody who's at a stop, like they're all stopped because they're searching, like the cops are searching around, and all these vehicles are stopped, and this giant bus is stopped, and like they go in there and like say it's a bomb threat because her character is worried, like she knows that something's gonna happen, like Final Destination. She knows something's gonna happen. It's on a bus, and I guess Final Destination 5 wasn't out yet, but they do the same thing. Like in Final Destination 5, they're on a bus, and they're like, there's gonna be something happening. But like in this, at least she says it's a bomb threat, so then it's like, that gets everybody off quickly, even though it's just like a vision she's gonna have that something's gonna actually happen, like there's gonna be an explosion or a fire. And then we got these shots where she looks at this truck, the one that's gonna explode full of gas, and she looks at the license plate, and it's got a number on it. It's not 180 like Final Destination, but it might as well be, because it zoomed in on that number. It didn't matter, but it was just like, why are you doing that? And then, of course, this car just comes out of nowhere. Cop car hits the gas tank. Gas tank starts leaking. They get the girl out, and they get the mom out of the RV. They escape. It blows up. The only difference is that death doesn't come after them after that moment. But it literally was like an opening premonition to Final Destination. Like she sees somebody gonna die, and then she goes, saves them. Except for the difference is it doesn't stay Final Destination because the movie ends. But I like after that silly like Final Destination ripoff part, which wasn't terrible. It's just like it's so blatantly obvious. I'm just like, why? But the ending I actually enjoyed because, like I said, the character in this, the main character I liked a lot, and I thought that she was interesting, and I thought that whenever the explosion happens, she gets blinded again because glass flies in her eyes. Wah wah. But so then she's blind again. But then it's her playing her music just like she did before she had her new eyes, and there's dialogue playing while she's playing music with everybody else, saying like that she's happy and fine to be back to being blind again. Like she's realized that seeing through that girl's eyes, like it doesn't have to be that way. Like she can be happy being blind, and I don't know. I liked that moment in the movie, like the very ending, of just her saying like that she's happy, she's fine. I don't know. It just brought this character full circle, and I thought that, like I said, it Jessica Alba did fine. Like, she totally was fine in this movie, and I really thought it had some stupid things, of course, like stupid jump scares, but some of them are all right. It's just really, really average. It's not anything great. It's not anything terrible. It's just middle of the road. I didn't hate watching it. I thought it was a little too long, even though it's an hour and a half. Like, I thought it was a little boring. But still, it had enough things for me to say that I enjoyed it, but things that I was like, oh, it's really dumb. But it didn't ruin my viewing of it. I was just like, that was a movie. That was totally fine. I'm glad I saw it. I don't regret seeing it. So overall, it was just an average movie, and I'll eventually get to the remake, or eventually get to the original. So overall, this one just totally all right.